Absolutely. And I always say it's figure outable. We will
Hmm.
figure it
I
out.
love that.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be a no, but what's the other path? What do we want to go? What's our goal? And
Mhm.
and maybe we thought we were going to go down this journey, but it's taking us in another opportunity. That's okay. And that
Yeah.
goes back to that mindset. Like, are you resilient enough as an entrepreneur to understand that you thought that you really wanted to do this one thing, but
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Infinite Ability Podcast. I am your host, Nick Earhart, and we are here to encourage each other to find our own unique abilities. Let's go. This episode of the Infinite Abilities Podcast is brought to you by the one and only Infinite Toolbox, where just like all other toolboxes, we will get the job done, guaranteed. Whether you're an entrepreneur looking to save time, boost revenue, or automate your processes, Infinite Toolbox has got you covered. With powerful tools designed to drive leads, expand your reach, and gain your industry secrets, we help you work smarter, not harder. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Visit us at infinitetoolbox.com. That's infinitetoolbox.com, and discover how infinite your potential really is. All right, everyone. So today we have Teri. I'm probably gonna stutter every time I say that, but so Teri helps a lot of small business owners and is doing phenomenal work. So I can't wait for her to share her story, share her journey, and share how she helps others. So Teri, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Where did you come from?
I'm in Ohio, and I knew from an early age, in middle school actually, that I wanted to own my own business. So growing up, I set up myself for college and training and education to go in marketing. So I own a marketing and advertising agency. And from there, I wasn't quite experienced to go out and get clients on my own. With college degree, you have education, but you don't have experience.
Yep.
So a few years later, fast forward, I opened up my own business, and I also teach in that realm to help people advance their marketing and organizations who need it for their staffing. And then with that, the Small Business Development Center was one of my clients, and they brought me on board. So I also do that as well. And one of my passions has always been for nonprofit organizations. So I have a large portfolio of nonprofits, and I feel that is a good blend for them because their budgets are typically lower than normal businesses. And so they need the ability to be taught how to do things on their own so they don't have the big expense. And oftentimes when I get a client, they've gone through somebody before that's burnt them. And so I always act as that advocate to say, let's look at the pros and the cons. Let's see what options are available and empower them to make really good business decisions too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I am.
Thank you, because we all need help, especially us, entrepreneurs, small business owners. A lot. I know my journey, it's been a tough one, but it's important to find somebody like yourself that can help you along the way, and getting somebody like you or a coach or anything like that, it can really benefit your business more than you can even imagine. So I love what you're doing.
I cannot say preach that again, because there are things that we don't know as entrepreneurs. And even me as a business advisor, I'm a certified business advisor, but I still have and work with coaches personally to help me get to that next level. So the way I look at it is, if I'm a $10,000 a year business, I don't know how to hit 50,000. Or if I'm serving 25 clients, how can I leverage my time? I don't know what that looks like on the other side of it, to serve 50 or double my business essentially. Or maybe I manage a business and my mindset is small potatoes, but it really does have potential to grow, and we need a mindset coach to teach us about accountability and about your personality and leadership, the things that we don't know. Absolutely, that coach, that person that's going to guide you is so important.
Yeah, it really is. And I love that you brought up mindset, because your mindset as a business owner is so important. And I know that you help your clients with that a lot. So can you share some of your experiences with that?
Sometimes I tell everybody that I work with them and the Small Business Development Center on the side of it to help them with human resources, growth strategy, business planning, acquiring that, and sometimes marriage counseling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As an entrepreneur, sometimes your spouse is just as invested in your business as you are.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 week, I'll tell you, 1 week I had 3 people crying, and I made a joke because I didn't, but my joke was that I made 3 people cry, which was a good thing because we
Yeah.
had breakthrough and their struggles. And I didn't actually make them cry. It was just that the stressors of being an entrepreneur is so real and so important to get through. And that mindset part of it, how can you adapt? How can you put perspective? That's actually what my last conversation was 30 minutes ago, was about perspective. And how can you put perspective into an expense that you wouldn't normally spend? Or how do you feel if you think that you were scammed? That was another part of the conversation. Being scammed or having something fraudulent, and it's hard, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard, but having the mindset like I can do this and everything will work out. That's kind of the one that I'm focused on. Like right now, it's like
Yeah.
I have all this stuff that stress me out every day. I have a list of to-dos that's
Yeah.
a mile long,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's so overwhelming. And sometimes you get down on yourself and you start thinking, I can't do this, all that. And I just keep reminding myself, like, this is going to work out because I'm not going to give up. So no matter what, I will figure this out. I will get through this little hurdle I'm going through right now, and I will make it out the other side better than I was before. Because this is all about growth. I'm growing, I'm becoming better, I'm learning more. So it's really
Well,
remarkable that, we can do things like this, you know?
absolutely. And I always say it's figure outable. We will figure it
I
out.
love that.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be a no, but what's the other path? What do we want to go? What's our goal? And maybe we thought we were going to go down this journey, but it's taking us in another opportunity. That's okay. And that goes back to that mindset. Like, are you resilient enough as an entrepreneur to understand that you thought that you really wanted to do this one thing, but it's figure outable? Maybe that's not the answer.
Yeah. Oh, I changed what I've done a few times now. It's
Really?
like I first I wanted to get into real estate, and
Okay.
that didn't happen. Then, instead of that, I became a coach, which I like doing that. And then, now I am focused on coaching businesses. So not only am I a life coach, but I'm a business coach. And then what I'm passionate about right now, because it's the most fun, is I help podcasters with the podcast and
That's right.
help them make it, so it monetizes for their actual business, which that excites me because it's something that is helping me because, obviously I have a podcast
Yeah.
and,
Yeah. And
it's helping my business.
your website for that is amazing too, because it's right
Thank
there,
you.
that little pop-up that says, are you interested in being on my podcast? Which means
Yep.
then in your branding and your marketing, you've created a demand. And the fact that anybody who's watching you is going to be able to learn how you did that and all of those steps that you took is phenomenal. I love that fact that you're coaching on that.
Thank you. Yeah, every entrepreneur that I've ever talked to, we all have the same thing in common. We had a problem, we figured out a solution, and then we took that solution and helped others overcome the same problems. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. I had a problem generating leads for my business, and then I found a solution. So yeah, it's really awesome.
And now you're the expert, and that expertise gets to help an exponential amount of people. That's amazing.
Yep. I love it. It's so amazing helping others. That brings me more joy than any amount of money ever will. It's just helping people. Seeing them get results. That's what gets me up in the morning.
Yeah. I call that celebrating your wins, no matter how big or how small. Any client that I'm working with, if they tell me they sold $10 more than they did last week, we happy dance. And we absolutely break it down because that's a big deal. And helping somebody succeed, you get to be a part of that every day. That's so rewarding, no matter how long that list is. That's what a true entrepreneur is about, is being that expert to help somebody else save time, save money, save headaches. That's awesome.
Thank you. So let's talk more about your actual business.
Yes.
What's the name of it?
Merit Marketing Services.
Awesome. And what exactly are you helping your clients out with?
Well, the reason that my why is that I realized as I was building out the model, I knew I wanted to do this, but as serving customers was that a struggle, just like you said, you were struggling with leads, you were struggling with the marketing piece of it. That a company over here would have a silo and they would do one specific thing. So they would be working on your social media. And then you would go out and you would hire somebody to do your radio. And then you would go out and hire somebody to do your website, et cetera, et cetera. The number of services that you could hire out individually is huge, but none of them were talking to each other. There was always happened to be a disconnect. And a lot of the clients that I would talk to had a problem with the connection piece, tracking. Is it really working? And a lot of it was really about being able to put that all together under one roof. And so that's what I help people do. I help people strategize and set the goals, build the plan, and then we execute and deliver that for them. And so working directly with that client, the business owner, and that is a lot of my clients is small business owners, and helping them to get those numbers up, to get the audience in there, to get their message clear, and then managing that for them. And that goes for all things.
Yeah, that's awesome, because it is so much nicer to have everything under one roof. Yeah, that's something that I recently did. I partnered with a company, and they handle like everything, and it's so nice because, like you were saying, like when the radio ads aren't talking to the social media marketers, like nothing aligns, and it doesn't work as well as it could.
Right. And that's it, is, somebody's going to tell me they spend, thousands of dollars on advertising and another $1,000 on social media, but there's no way to collect the data. There's no way to bring it all back together. And, I always take it a step further too. Like if you pay me, let's say $1,000 a month for marketing, and I hand it off to you, and you don't have somebody that's on your team that's managing that, we're going to talk. Because if I'm wasting all of your money and wasting leads and you're not taking care of it, then that's the other side of that business mentality, is to say, let's talk about your operations. Let's talk about the follow-up, nurturing. And a lot of companies don't do that. They really just stick to that one thing that they do, and good luck. And I don't think that's a good idea.
No, I see it all the time. I will talk to a business owner, and it's like, okay, Where are you on marketing? Oh, on Facebook. Okay, where else? Well, that's it.
That's
Like,
it.
like the world we live in now is like, especially with social media. Like, why not post on all of them? They're free. They are free. So why not take advantage of that? You know.
I
So
love that you
yeah,
put it that way too. Like it's free. Take advantage of
yeah.
it.
Like, you don't have to pay for it. Like, just post. Like,
Just
just it's that simple. You know, which it's not that simple. You know, you do have to make content and all that. But if you're already making content for one platform, just post it on all of them. You know, that's what
exactly.
I like to do. You know, just get more eyes on you, get known, and that's gonna help your business more than anything. Because the more people see you, like the more that you come across their feed, the more that they trust you, and then they're gonna do business with you. So it's very important.
Exactly. Yes. Yes, that is perfect. Exposure is important. Now, some people will ask me, um, should I be on every platform or where should I be on? And if they are just doing nothing at the moment, I certainly
Yeah.
don't tell them, let me make your job more complicated and go everywhere. But,
Yeah.
my job is to make their job easier. So,
Yeah.
if you're already on Facebook, Instagram is part of the package deal. You should. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
on,
It's especially Facebook and Instagram because you can link them, and then you only have to post on one or the other, and it feeds to the other one, which is super nice.
yeah, take advantage of the technology. It's there. It's there. Use it. But
Yeah.
yeah, if your audience isn't on LinkedIn, just because it's free doesn't mean I want you to spend your time there. But you've already created it,
Yeah.
do it. Post it there. Absolutely. Get the
Yeah.
exposure.
And there are a lot, some platforms that aren't right for everyone. Especially like you said, LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a very different platform. That's more business to business style than business to consumers, from what I've seen.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, and know your audience. So that's the other thing
yeah,
too, is that being able, and your audience, the audience is entrepreneurs,
mhm,
who needs to be able to reach out as you're getting leads and you're starting to talk to them.
yep,
Helping them identify that persona is another step in that process. And so I imagine that when you're helping them with their podcast, that you're also helping them with their branding and all of the
yep.
things that go
We,
along with.
we actually just started doing a whole thing on branding, and it's super exciting. So I'm excited. I haven't even gone through it myself, but I know I need to because I know it's gonna help me. And
Yeah.
then it's gonna be amazing for my clients to walk them through it, and so they can get really clear on who their avatar is.
Uh-huh.
The perfect client, we call it avatar,
Yep.
and just figure out what their colors are or what they should be. Maybe your colors aren't aligned with your goals, because colors really make a difference. It's kind of incredible. Like, colors mean different things, and the way that people see colors is like they can make them think certain things, which is kind of, at first I was like, really? And then the more I got into it, I was like, yep, that makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then getting clear on your messaging and your elevator pitch. That's
Oh yeah.
important. So when you're networking, you can quickly tell people what you do, very fast, very concise, and informative. That's so important. So yeah, I'm excited to get into that.
Yeah, that's going to be in demand for you for sure.
Yeah.
That is really important as entrepreneurs begin to start looking at developing that strategy. If they don't have that,
Mm-hmm.
they're not clear and their audience isn't going to resonate with the messaging.
No, no. And I know that's the problem I had from my first year. I wasn't clear on who I wanted to help. So I just kind of, I did what most people do, and they
Yep.
try to appeal to everyone.
Everybody.
It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. You gotta know who you can help, so then you can narrow it down and target those people. Yeah, it's so important.
That usually is the answer when I ask, who's your customer? Who buys your products and services? Oh, well, it's good for everybody.
No,
Okay.
not usually.
No. Then they realize I'm like, oh, okay, so you can sell to an 8-year-old, and they're like, oh, no, that actually won't work.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so let's
Exactly.
fill out the persona. Let's get that
Yep.
sheet going. I love it.
Yep. Awesome. So I got a question for you.
Okay.
So my slogan is your abilities are infinite. What does that mean to you?
I'm a positive person, so the positive spin on that is
Mm-hmm.
true. It means that you can do anything. To me, that's what it means. It means that you can do anything. And with that true entrepreneurial spirit, if you want to go back to become a realtor or whatever, you can. And I love that you are passing that out to everybody that comes across your profile. Like you can do it. You absolutely can do it. And there's a way. And I like the positive spin on that.
I thank you. And that's why I do what I do, is to help people understand that they can do it. They can do more. And don't let limitations limit them, Just keep going. So thank you.
Yeah. I love that. I really do. Just to the core, because that is what it means. Like, make it happen.
Yep, exactly. So, do you have any last words of wisdom?
Any last words of wisdom? Well, I'm sitting here looking behind you. Success is not the key to confidence. Confidence is the key to success. And I'm just sitting here absorbing that in. I think that is a pretty right on statement, that confidence, not arrogance, not to be confused with anything else,
No.
but that confidence in what you're doing and having people believe in what you're doing and getting that team of people behind you and beside you and pushing you and cheering you on is really about confidence. And I think that is the key to the success. I like that phrase you've got up there.
I thank you. And yeah, I have it up there because, like, I wasn't confident in myself hardly at all a couple of years ago, like 3 years ago now. And the more confidence I built, which isn't something that just happens, I had to work at that for a long time. But the more confident I become, because I'm still improving, the more confident I become, the more successful I see. The more confident I am, the more people I help. So that to me is a success.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. And the fact you just hit on something else too, another valid point, is you're constantly growing. That's the key to being another successful side of you, is the growth. I'm always learning, always trying to figure out something new. Marketing is evolving every single minute. And if I'm not constantly learning, then I'm not growing. And I used to have that imposter syndrome, like, well, there's always somebody out there who knows more than me, or what if I was very, very doubting for myself and my abilities in the beginning as an entrepreneur. And like you, constantly working on that confidence level, the abilities, and that just knowing that what I'm doing has impact and value and worthy, I think comes from growth. True confidence, not arrogant confidence, but knowing that I can help people. I am making a difference, and it is worthy and worth waking up for every single day, I think is just from constantly showing up and growing and learning.
And I love how you said that, because, self-improvement, it's not something that you should have an end goal on. You don't want to be like,
Right?
I just want to get to here. No.
No.
Self-improvement is your whole life. Just
Right.
keep on improving. So yeah, I love that.
On that note, I teach Taekwondo, and I'm getting black belt in two other styles, and train and grow. And once we got our black belts, my friend and I, we got our black belts at the same time. We tested together, and we've gone through other programs together too. And we got there and went and had the realization a black belt is just a white belt. We're just starting. And when you get that goal, when you set that end goal, you have to realize there's more. It's better. It gets even better once you realize you're not done learning, and that's not a goal. So just thinking of it that way, we know that there's always something more that we can be improving on.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. All right, so how can people reach out to you?
The best, easiest way is an email, and that's info@meritmarketingservices.com, or on my website, meritmarketingservices.com. And then we have all the social platforms.
All right, awesome. Well, this has been super incredible and very helpful, so thank you so much.
It has been my pleasure. I really enjoyed today talking with you.
If you enjoyed this show, please go ahead and share it on your Instagram story and tag me here, the Nick Heart. Also, go ahead and share it anywhere else that you see fit, because the only way that I can grow this is by you guys doing it. I don't sell anything on here. I don't have any sponsors, so let's just get it out there by word of mouth, help more people. All right, everyone, remember, your abilities are infinite.